All right, welcome back everybody to the BSL Bothell Star League. This is another week one match. This is a TVT Terran versus Terran. We have Nards versus Davin. This should be a pretty good matchup. It's always tough to see the mirror matchups, but it'll be interesting to see what tactics there are. With Terran, there's so many options out there for how to approach this matchup, so we'll see what happens. Davin is definitely a favorite here. I think he's one of the highest rated players in the tournament, if not the highest. So we'll see what happens if Nards can pull off an upset here. This is just game one. I'm not sure if I'll cast game two or not. We'll see. But we see that Nards is sending out early scouting probe. Davin sets up his first supply depot, pretty standard. We have to see that Nards hasn't started his first supply depot yet. He's waiting until he gets up to 11 supply. There we go. Looks like he's going to build a wall at the entrance to his base. Looks like Nards is... looks like a little chat between Nards and Davin. Davin says he doesn't play fair, so we'll see what happens here. But Nards is doing early scouting here. No sign of any scout from Davin yet. He might feel very confident in this matchup, so he doesn't feel like he needs to do any scouting. But we'll see if that pays off or if it bites him in the butt. See barracks going down at similar times for both players. Davin's actually one SCV up, just based on how soon he got his supply depot out. We saw Nards was a little bit late. Looks like Davin's taking his first gas already. So we shouldn't see too much pressure from him. There's no two barracks opening or anything like that. It looks like Nards' SCV is going to be coming up here, finding Davin's base. He's already scouted the other two positions, so he knows that Davin's here, but he's going to try to get some information and see what Davin's up to with his tech route. See that Davin's barracks has just finished starting his production of his first Marine. Looking here, we see that Nards has his wall up. One supply depot isn't raised yet, so Davin might be able to sneak in there, but ooh, good reaction by Nards, putting up the supply depot, not letting Davin get any sort of scouting information at all. The only information he knows is where Nards' base is, so that's a good play by Nards to keep Davin out. Looks like Davin's going to start his own wall off actually now. And we see that Davin is putting up a tech lab, so that might mean Marauders, might mean Stim. Looks like actually it's a Reaper, so that's something that's a little more rare these days. After the patches got rid of the quick speed upgrades, so looks like he'll probably use a Reaper for scouting here. It's not an extremely strong unit. Its only benefit is that it's really fast and can climb up cliffs, so he can easily scout inside Nards' base. See if he uses it to that effect. Yeah, not really any sign of any expansions yet. Both players. Oh, just as I say that, Davin slaps down his second command center. So it looks like he's thinking about an expansion already. Here comes the Reaper. Looks like he's going to try to get it in the side of Nards' base. As you can see, Nards' forces are all at the front of the wall. This Reaper should be able to sneak in the back door. And oh, surprisingly, Nards takes a secret expansion up here. It's going to be tough for Davin to actually spot that. We'll see what happens. But we see the Reaper is in Nards' base, but hasn't seen anything yet. So we'll see what happens. Supplies are pretty much equal right now. And here comes the Reaper, seeing that there's actually no gas right now. So that should make him suspicious that there should be an expansion up, or at least a few more buildings. And he knows that Nards doesn't have any tech right now because he doesn't have any gas. So should warn Davin that there might be another expansion up, but obviously he hasn't seen it yet, so might be a little confused right now. Looks like Davin's finishing up his wall, and he's feeling like there might be some hidden barracks perhaps, and might be expecting a lot of Marine pressure immediately, but I can't know what he's thinking. Davin taking his second gas. And here we see Nards taking both gas at the same time, so it looks like he wants to start teching up pretty soon. You got to take both those gases because he's hasn't been mining any gas at all yet. So he got his hidden expansion up, and it looks like he's going to apply a little bit of Marine pressure here. The production tab, you see that Nards is getting out Siege Tank. siege mode for the siege tank. He doesn't have any siege tanks out yet, but just getting that tech ready. And it looks like he's going to apply a little pressure here, but sees the bunker and has to back off immediately. Davin's got a Marauder in there, which, I mean, isn't extremely great against Marines, but effectively keeps them away. Nards smartly pulls a few SCVs to repair that bunker, but there's no way that with the amount of Marines that Nards sent, he's going to get up that ramp at all. As you can see, 3 SCVs keeping Davin very, very safe, but it looks like Nards is backing off, forcing Davin to make a few more forces than he might have liked, but he's feeling the pressure right now. Looks like Nards is going to think about walling off his hidden expansion. Not really necessary right now, but Davin has no idea that that's even up. And we see a bunker going on the low ground, so Davin's ready to expand. Let's see if Nards can take out that probe. A little Marine versus Marauder. It's not going to fare well for the Marine. Marauder takes maybe 1 box of health. We got Nards walling off completely with another barracks at his hidden expansion. And we see that Davin is moving his command center out to the second base, to his natural. I don't think Davin knows that he's really behind right now, because Nards did get that expansion extremely quickly by not taking any gas early and just getting enough for a quick expansion. So Nards actually hanging in there really well. Davin's known for his macro play, so for Nards to be competing with the SCV count at least is quite strong. As you can see from the income tab, Davin is still bringing in more resources because he's making use of the Mule, which is extremely powerful unit. Nards hasn't researched any orbital command yet, so that's causing him problems in the income collection rate. Davin's taken a big lead with all these Mule calldowns. See that Davin really hasn't researched any tech for his infantry units at all, except for concussive shell, I believe. So his Marauders can slow down units, but there's no weapons upgrades or stim upgrade or anything like that. Hopefully Nards will be upgrading to orbals soon, but I'm not sure. Got a nice little force here. 3 Marauders and quite a few Marines. I'm not sure how much damage that's going to be able to do against 2 bunkers, 2 siege tanks though. So Davin's looking very safe right now. He's even got a missile turret up at the back of his base, so no Banshee pressure or anything like that can hurt him really. We just see that Nards just scanned his base, so he knows that Davin has expanded. Here comes a couple Marines and a Marauder. I'm not sure where they're heading. Hopefully they're not going to scout out Nards' base. No, they just take a Zelmaga watchtower instead. And Nards looks like he's in a tech lab on his factory now. So maybe he's thinking about siege tanks as well. And yeah, as you can see on the production tab, Nards has no, Nards is making siege tech, so he's thinking about getting some siege tanks out as well. I just showed you that Davin doesn't have any vision of Nards' base, so Nards has really made that base pay off well because he's kept it hidden for so